Hey y'all, welcome to a very special This is Alabama Bless Your Rank of Golden Flake potato chips. It's gonna be a delicious but wild ride. My name is Matt, by the way. Me and Golden Flake go way back. It was the potato chip of my school growing up. We had, snack time at school, and 50 cents will get you like a honey bun or a bag of Golden Flake. Isn't it not also the chip that Bear Bryant ate? What I'm looking for in a Golden Flake potato chip. Well, number one is obviously, like all Bless Your Ranks, they gotta taste good. Because it's food, and that's how food works. Unless it's, I don't know, a vitamin or medicine. But then in a way, Golden Flake is medicine for your soul. Number two, for me in a potato chip, crispiness, like there has to be just the right amount. You don't want it to be too thin, where it's like paper thin and it just like kind of the one crunch forces the whole chip to just shatter. Does that make any sense? Maybe I am too rough on potato chips. But you don't want it to be so firm that you've got to really bite down hard to, like those kettle chips or something. Those aren't good. You're basically eating wood chips. I think 3, snackability. Because they are a snack. A potato chip that you can have just 1 or 2 bites of is not a good potato chip. I think my ability to absolutely destroy a whole bag without really meaning to. That's it. That's how you know you got a good snack and not like rice cakes. Competitor number 1. Dadgummit. Steel pickle. Kind of glad we're getting this out of the way because I don't want to end on this note. Have a snack that'll make you smile. I guarantee you it will not make me smile. If a pickle accidentally makes it onto my burger and I take a bite of it and it's a pickle bite, guess what? I taste nothing but the pickle. It overpowers everything else. It's terrible. It's the jerk of the food world. And if you like pickles, it tells me a lot about you. I don't even like the smell of them. It's just gonna... they look all right. They're a little unassuming. Like, you just look at a dill pickle chip. This doesn't seem terrible to me, but I know what I'm about to get myself into, and I don't really want to do it. Here we go. I think this is the first time I've ever eaten a dill pickle chip in my life. Actually, I don't hate it. I don't taste a whole lot of dill pickle on it. Okay, let me deep dive in here. I can feel there's some seasoning on this one. Yeah, that was more pickle. Those are good. Those are really good. I've missed out on so much. I've never had dill pickle chips before my whole life. I'm 34 years old. And I just didn't like the smell, so I didn't. There's been so many opportunities where I could have had dill pickle chips, where people offered me dill pickle chips, and I said, please, you are a disgusting beast. Get that away from me. Dill pickle people, I apologize for everything that I said. That was so long ago. It's a crispy chip, it's salty, and it's got that pickle tang to it, but it's not overwhelming. That's a very high snackability. You saw me, I cannot control myself. I've got to stop my hand from going back in the bag. This is how you start off a Bless Your Rank. First place, dill pickle chips. I don't know what's going on with me. Competitor number 2. Oh, original. You've all been there, okay? You go to a conference and they're like, lunch will be provided. And you're like, oh man, I really hope you're bringing some pizzas, you catering some kind of like Mexican or like pasta deal. No. You know what I mean. And you just go in there and there's a table and it's full of styrofoam boxes and you're like, oh, this is sandwiches, chips, and a pickle. And then it's a little bitty bag of original Golden Flake chips. And you're like, we couldn't even, spend a little bit more to get the barbecue, but I eat that whole bag and I want more. That original, you don't ask for it, but it's there for you when you need it. That's a real friend. It's hugging me back. Good size, good potatoes here. Good job, Golden Flake. See, I would not have grabbed these if you gave me all the options. I walked to the store and say, Matt, you gotta pick one. I would never get original. But it was so good. The crunch is perfect. The size, these are good sized chips. They're almost strong enough to use them in the best way possible, which is a container of Barber's French onion dip. You know what I'm talking about. You ever just like, what's for supper tonight? Bag of chips and a container of French onion dip. Taste, just the perfect amount of saltiness. Crunch is perfect, snackability, it's all there. This total package. Is it better than dill pickle? I'm gonna say yes, based on the possibilities of like, that this is perfect for a dip. Where this could take me. Would you put dill pickle in the French onion dip? I would not. I would not try that. First place, go ahead and dill pickle. Competitor number 3. Oh, cheddar sour cream, what's up? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, on the dangerous scale, this is an 11. There is no bag of potato chip flavors more dangerous to me than cheddar and sour cream. This is gonna be a top-notch chip today. I can go ahead and tell you right now, unless there's like a snake in this bag, and even then, I'm like, are you covered in cheddar and sour cream dust? Because I might lick you. Look at that, look at that. That's a flavored chunk right there. Beep. Flavored chunk. What is there to say, except this is how chips were meant to be made. This is perfection. Shut the cameras off, let me eat. There's no way you could eat just 20 of these chips. I'm on what, 3? I'm not slowing down at all. And then you get these little things, and I will admit, you know, at a time of my life I'm not happy about that I have bit my finger. I got a little too excited about the flavor dust on my finger. Cheddar and sour cream is one of the greatest combinations of all time. This is the greatest Alabama combination of all time. I mean, you think about greatest Alabama combos ever. Like Bryant and Denny, St. Paul and his broken bones, Highway 280 and cussing. This is it. And there's no doubt about it. Cheddar and sour cream golden flake chips are the greatest chips ever known to mankind. We can go ahead and just shut the camera off now. I don't think that they're gonna be beat, even though I have no idea what's in the bag. These are number 1. Competitor number 4. All right, we gotta go, whoa! Sweet Southern jalapeno. I didn't even know these were a chip. Southern Favorites, batch 23. I don't know what that means. I love jalapeno. I love spicy things. I love spicy chips. Are you ready? When's the last time that I tried a new golden flake flavor? 1997 was the year. It was pop quiz. That's exactly when it happened. I got a good feeling about this one. I was kind of a letdown. There's not hardly any jalapeno. I want this to be spicy. I mean, it's sweet. I guess it's not. We should have a little bit of a kick. A very pathetic kick. Like getting kicked by a toddler. But not a strong toddler, you know? This is pretty underwhelming. I was missing something. This should be like jalapeno and cheddar chips. I mean, I'm just not crazy. I'm not crazy about them by themselves. Oh, there we go, 4th place. Bag number 5. Oh, I can't tell you the last time I actually had one of these chips. You know, because unfortunately we parted ways, you know, somewhere around 1994. You know, like slap bracelets. Or that Tamagotchi that I killed. Also too, this seems unnecessary because like this is also the go-to dip. So do you want a sour cream and onion chip going in a sour cream and onion dip? Too much of anything can be a bad thing. Let me get a big boy right there. There she is. Here we go. These have some flavor on them. And they're not overwhelming. And I like the dip style. You know the flavoring is good when it leaves it on your fingers. And we got some on the fingies right here. You know, a decent amount too, not like Dorito fingers that permanently change the color of your skin. I don't know about the dangerousness of eating this whole thing. You know, I'm not quite satisfied with it. It's like a field trip to Montgomery. It's all right. They're so okay that I can't even think of like a way to describe them to you. And maybe it's because I've just got burnt out on the flavor as a kid because this was my go-to for so long. I think it's better than dill pickle chips, but I'm not gonna give it the bump ahead of original chips. They're safe for now. It's in 3rd place. I'm sorry. I feel like I've betrayed an old friend. I'll still be your friend on Facebook, you know? I'll like your post every now and then. And then you go on some kind of rant, you know, albeit, you know, political or sports or who knows what. I might hide you or snooze you for a little while, but I won't unfriend you. I'm still there for you. Competitor number 6? Yes. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. What's that one more? Mesquite barbecue. But these get me fired up. When I see this bag sitting somewhere, like again, I go back to the potato chip at a lunch meeting or whatever, they provide you the chips. When I see like some of the options are mesquite barbecue, you've elevated, you've taken it to a whole nother level. The sandwiches may still be the same sad ham cheese sandwiches, but if you throw in some barbecue chips as an option, you've kicked it up a notch. This gets you in a little Alabama summer mood. You start feeling mosquito bites on you and they ain't even around you. Ice in your sweet tea melted immediately. The thing about the barbecue flavoring on these chips is that I know which ones are gonna be good, and I'm gonna go straight for the best one. This puppy is covered up. Look at there, that's taking a bath in some barbecue sprinkles. The old barbecue fairy just seasoned this one and moved on to the next. She's a real thing. When you want more barbecue, what you do is you take your rib bones from the ribs you had the night before and you put them under your pillow at night. And the barbecue fairy, she comes up out of the pit smoker and she sprinkles some of her magic mesquite barbecue. It's the same thing that Golden Flake uses. And then you wake up in the morning, there's some big old saucy ribs underneath your pillow. The barbecue fairy is real, look it up. Actually don't, I don't know what's gonna happen on Google if you Google barbecue fairy. Let's go. It's the sweet barbecue for me. I don't want anything with this except a slice of white bread for some reason. Okay, so the dangerousness of this, I just zoned out, just wanna eat chips now. It's really high. I'm talking cheddar sour cream dangerous level. We have a showdown here. Flavor at the top. I'd say tied neck and neck. Crispness is the same style of chip. Dangerousness of the whole bag, very, very dangerous. I don't think though that it's more dangerous than cheddar sour cream. I mean, there's a connection here, and it is palpable. I see it, you see it, you see it. This is second place. Competitor number 7, Sweet Heat Barbecue. You grow up on Golden Flake, you start here, okay? Then you start to adventure with flavors, you get a little bit older, you might dabble in the sour cream and onion, you might go a different path with the dill pickle, then you land somewhere over here maybe with the mesquite barbecue, the cheddar sour cream. But all paths, all Golden Flake paths will eventually lead to Sweet Heat. This is how you've achieved greatness in the tater chip world. This flavor right here, no one else is even trying it. This I don't know anybody else doing this, and I don't even know how to really describe the flavor to you. It is a barbecue, but it has got a little bit of the sweetness of mesquite, but also some heat coming in there too. That's not overwhelming. It warms. It's a warm heat. We need more words to describe things. I see one chip right here that is going to be the one, as it is loaded with flavor. But today was your lucky day, buddy. There it is. We're going through the whole range of emotions. You hit the crunch of the potato chip, then you get immediately that sweet barbecue flavor, then comes the heat. It's a smooth finish, just smooth right out from there. There's so much like flavor and stuff here, I don't want anything else with it. It's the perfect potato chip. If you're a person who enjoys flavors, this is your chip. It's one of Alabama's greatest gifts to the world. This is it, Sweet Heat Barbecue Chip. I don't think I'm gonna mess with anything else, but I do think that Sweet Heat is in front of cheddar and sour cream. And I feel like there's a good bit of distance between these two. I feel like these are neck and neck, but I feel like Sweet Heat is just ahead of it. It is the best of both worlds, just, you know, mashed together, whether you like it or not. And I love it. So Golden Flake, here's what I would be doing. Stop this. Either add cheddar and sour cream to it or make it disappear. And then find other things that you can add Sweet Heat flavoring to. Have we tried Sweet Heat ice cream? Give Bluebell a call. I think what we've learned today is that what we've known all along, that Golden Flake is the best potato chip out there. If we get out of this pandemic and we go back to conferences, the last thing I want to see is a cold ham and cheese sandwich and a bag of original chips. Splurge, spend some more money on this. Thank you.